Hello, you made it. Happy Friday, happy Venus Day. I am still out of the office, but for those of you who enjoy starting your morning by aligning with the energy, I'm going to take you through this weekend, walk you through the energy, and I'm going to try to do it in under 10 minutes. So here we go. We have a highly energetic weekend. First of all, the moon is moving into Aries all weekend, so it's the perfect energy for a fresh start, and it just makes us feel more passionate, more alive in general. But the headliner for this Friday is actually a double header. First of all, we have Mars forming a sextile to Jupiter. This brings an abundance of energy, an abundance of motivation, an abundance of stamina, and also the possibility for good fortune to come out of that. So this is an opportune time to pitch that promotion to your boss or make that move towards your career. The sun is also forming a conjunction to Saturn, keeping our responsibilities in mind and giving us the patience and the endurance to work through any unfinished business, really move the needle forward. But as energy is running high, make sure your passions don't get too high, because we have the moon in Aries squaring off to Mars and forming a conjunction to Chiron. This can make us feel more aggressive, irritable, reactive. So really try to slow down. Use Saturn's influence, as it is forming a conjunction with the sun, to keep your wits about you, and try to think things through before you do them. This square between the Aries moon and Mars makes us just want to act on impulse. Try to really come back to your rational mind and slow down. A conjunction between the moon and Chiron can also trigger our deepest wounds and fears, and they can force our inner child to kind of take the wheel in a more tantrumy sort of way than a childlike innocent sort of way. So again, let your adult take the wheel, make sure your rational mind is running the show, and when in doubt, slow down and sweat it out. The Aries moon is a perfect time to move emotions, move energy through you, through movement. Moving your body moves your emotions. Saturday is fairly quiet when it comes to our major transits. The moon hangs out in Aries all day and squares off to Venus at 5 a.m. Normally, squares bring a lot of tension. In this case, because Venus is pretty sympathetic with the moon, it makes us feel more loving and almost this impulse to be more loving and affectionate. We might even have this compulsory need for pleasure. So just be careful not to lean too far into a good feeling or reach too quickly for that quick fix to feel good, because you could overdo it or overindulge. Again, slow down, take a step back. By 2 p.m. on Saturday, the moon gets support from the sun and Saturn at the same time. This really helps us act with confidence and remember our responsibilities. We might feel a little bit more independent under this transit as well. And this advice I have to slow down and tap into your rational mind will really be backed up by this support from the sun and Saturn. This allows us to see the bigger picture and understand why our emotions are coming up at the moment. Also understand what's actually deserving of our focus, deserving of our intention, and deserving of our energy. So, this isn't a highly reactive day, but just continue to slow down, because by Sunday, tempers could really flare on Sunday, if I'm being honest, because Mars squares off to Chiron, the wounded healer. This means our actions ruled by Mars and our wounds ruled by Chiron are clashing with each other. This could make us feel the need to act out if any of our wounds or pains are triggered. This is another moment when, again, your inner toddler could take the wheel and your adult could be very far away. So temper tantrums are possible, but the key here is trying to understand why what's coming up for you is coming up. Even though this is a tense 90-degree angle between Mars and Chiron, it can force issues to the surface, force them to be expressed, and can actually bring an opportunity for healing if we use the energy intentionally and observe what these powerful and passionate emotions are showing us. The moon hangs out in Aries for most of the day on Sunday, really energetically carrying us through the weekend. We won't have a shortage of stamina or energy this weekend, which is really nice if you have some plans. However, the moon squares off to Mercury and Pluto throughout our Sunday. So at 4 a.m. Pacific time, we have this square between the moon and Mercury, which makes us feel the need to interject with our words, the need to speak our mind without really thinking through what we're saying. Arguments can start very easily. It could be easy to let that snide or rude comment slip if you're not being intentional about how you're communicating. Being intentional is going to be the thing that saves you throughout the weekend. The moon also squares off to Pluto. This happens late at night, or excuse me, this happens at 10 a.m. on Sunday. So we're feeling this most of the day on Sunday. This is going to just intensify the already fiery emotions we are feeling. This is going to make those slight arguments maybe between the moon and Mercury, when that squares off, turn into all-out power struggles. When the moon comes into a square with Pluto, it makes us more obsessive, more competitive, more compulsive. So taking time away to, again, observe what your emotions are showing you could be the best way to navigate this energy. And this transit could potentially lead to a breakthrough. Pluto being the planet of death and rebirth, helping us have those breakthroughs or those transformative moments. But again, the key here is being intentional and observing what these passionate emotions are showing us. The last thing we have to talk about for the weekend, the moon goes void from noon to 3 p.m. Pacific time on Sunday. So if tempers do flare, if you get into a little argument, a spat with someone else, this could actually be a good time to come to terms with each other or say you're sorry, because a void moon means that nothing significant will come from anything started. So going back into the fire and saying like, hey, I'm sorry, it could actually be beneficial under a void moon. The moon enters Taurus at 3 p.m. Pacific time on Sunday afternoon. This is a waning moon as we're getting closer and closer to the first quarter moon in Taurus. So this is a time to get grounded, gather your resources, find emotional stability in your physical stability, get your home situated, get into a comfortable place so you can feel more emotionally stable, emotionally grounded as you head into the new week, head into that first quarter moon, and start taking action on the intentions you set during the new moon in Aquarius last week. So really get grounded, get comfortable to end our Sunday. But in the meantime, before we get to that Taurus moon, watch your words, watch your actions, slow down with the moon in Aries. Okay, that is our forecast for the weekend. I'm going to try and quickly do a 3-card pull as we've been doing for our weekend forecast, one for each day. So, what do we need to know for this weekend? We have the Ace of Pentacles, number 1, the 2 of Pentacles, number 2, and the 8 of Swords. So Ace of Pentacles is our card for Friday. Very fitting for an Aries moon being the number 1 card, because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and the moon in Aries throughout the weekend is actually a really great time to start new projects or start something new, because we have this fresh energy, this clean slate, this really raw energy to work with and to create something out of. So I just realized I'm in Swords, not Pentacles. Okay, here we go. Ace of Pentacles. A new opportunity is available to you that has the potential to grow into something lucrative and abundant. It may be a business idea, job offer, or financial opportunity. Manifest your goals in a very tangible and real way. This very much supports that sextile we have between Mars and Jupiter, and also the sun forming a conjunction to Saturn on Friday. It could be a great day to make moves in your career. And it says manifest your goals in a very tangible and real way. Very much the story of the sun conjunct Saturn this Friday. And yeah, this is just giving us that validation and that encouragement that good fortune will be on our side to make moves towards those long-term goals on Friday. On Saturday, we have the 2 of Pentacles. It says you are juggling multiple priorities and need to manage your time carefully to find your balance. You don't have to be busy to get things done. Sometimes taking a break is the most productive thing you can do. How funny that I keep saying slow down with the moon in Aries, because we do have all of that raw energy and it'll be easy to want to use it and go a million miles a minute. But as the moon squares off to Venus on Saturday and gets some support from Saturn, it can be that nice reminder to slow down, lean into pleasure, and also I even wrote it in the forecast. If passions are running high, try to slow down and take a step back. This card, the Two of Pentacles, only confirming that message that came through for me, which I obviously love. And then our Sunday card is the Eight of Swords. What does this mean? I pulled it in reverse. So here's what it looks like. The Eight of Swords in reverse says, you are plagued by limiting self-beliefs that prevent you from moving forward. Change your belief system. Catch yourself when you are in a negative thought pattern and break the cycle. Holy moly, this could not be more accurate to the energy that we are seeing on Sunday. Mars squares Chiron, an opportunity to change the story, break the cycle of trauma that you've been experiencing. The moon squares off to Mercury and Pluto. Catch yourself when you're in a negative thought pattern. Hello. Break the cycle, the moon squaring Pluto. It just all translates so perfectly to the transits. It always does. It's always perfect. So again, slow down. I'll say it again. It's a good weekend to take it slow, take slow and measured action. You can definitely move the needle. You have the energy to do so. Just make sure you think things through before you jump head first. And also, if at any point passions are running high, you're feeling an excess of energy, you're feeling the need to do something, move your body. It doesn't have to be an all-out exercise. You don't have to go to the gym. It could be as simple as putting on your favorite song and dancing around in your living room, but moving your body is going to be your greatest asset under this Aries moon. All right, that's going to do it for this quick look at the weekend ahead. I will be back in the office and live with you guys next Thursday. Until then, you can enjoy more of these quick 5 to 10 minute versions of the daily forecast over on my YouTube channel, as well as at thespiritualjournalist.com. Thanks so much for aligning with the energy of the universe today, for joining me. If this video is helpful, go ahead and press that like button down below. And if you would subscribe, we would greatly appreciate it. We are trying to monetize this channel so we can keep these free forecasts coming to you every day. Have a beautiful Friday. Have a beautiful weekend. I hope it brings you all of the abundance and energy you're hoping for, and I will see you right back here next time. But until then, stay curious. Thank you so much for joining us and aligning with the energy of the universe today. If you enjoyed this morning's episode of Transits Today, you can join our live astrology discussion every weekday morning right here wherever you're watching. And head to thespiritualjournalist.com to read your daily astrology forecast and browse the Spiritual Shop. The most fun way to help keep these forecasts free and support more content like this is to buy yourself a little something on our website. But if you're feeling extra generous, you can also buy me a coffee to fuel future live streams. Just tap the link in the description or head to buymeacoffee.com and search The Spiritual Journalist. And speaking of, you can also tune in to The Spiritual Journalist, our weekly live interview where we ask our guests questions about everything from crystals and manifestation to mental health and the environment. Those conversations stream live right here wherever you're watching now every Tuesday. I'm so grateful you found us here, and I can't wait for our next conversation.